Today, I wanted to talk about a little company called Staples. Now, I worked at a Staples for about a year, and I ended up quitting. But if you guys have ever been into a Staples, you guys know how shitty it is. It's really a really terrible store. And you guys have heard my rant on GameStop, and you know how I feel about that place. And I have worked at some good companies in the past, and I've worked at some bad companies. But Staples is right on par with GameStop in many, many different ways. And unless you're going in to a Staples for like school supplies and notebooks and pencils and stuff like that, you're getting screwed on price, okay? Because Staples has quite possibly the worst prices on technology that I've ever seen. I used to be ashamed, okay, selling people like graphics cards and computers and stuff because Staples had the worst prices on stuff. I used to even tell people, I used to be like, man, you don't buy this graphics card, you know what I mean? This graphics card is $80 more than you can get it online. Just go online and get it, okay? So basically, the only people that shop at Staples and enjoy Staples are people that are too stupid to know what a good price is, and people that are too stupid to know that they're getting screwed, okay? For instance, Staples charges $30 to $40 to install one stick of RAM. And that's not covering the cost of the actual RAM itself, okay? The actual RAM itself could be upwards of $100+ because of how ridiculous Staples prices are on things. But that's just one stick of RAM, okay? So let's say the customer wants to install 2 sticks of RAM, which if you're going to upgrade your RAM, most of the time you're going to want to upgrade and put 2 sticks in, okay? Most computers have 2 slots. Most of the time you're going to want to put 2 sticks in. That's $60. Okay, so let's say the customer buys 2 sticks of RAM, wants you to install them. You have to charge them twice. So you actually have to fucking charge a customer for 2 installs, even though it only takes a half second more to install another stick of RAM. You have to charge them $30 for it. I used to feel ashamed, okay, at taking $30 from somebody, going into the back room, installing the stick of RAM in less than 3 seconds. I used to actually just wait back there to make it seem like it took longer than what it actually did, because I was ashamed of being back there for 15 seconds and then walking back out and taking $30 to $60 from a customer. It was robbery, okay? I don't care how you spin it. I don't care how you talk out of your ass like you're trying to help customers. It's wrong, okay? That's too much for a RAM install. I don't care if the customer doesn't know how to do it. If they knew how to do it and they knew that they were getting screwed as badly as they were, they would probably never come to the store again. Okay? Give me a fucking break. It's one screw in the back of the fucking laptop, okay? You pop the thing in, you're done. Okay? If it's a desktop computer, you take the side off, you pop the RAM stick in. I don't give a fuck, okay? This is the same type of bullshit that auto repair shops and stuff like that screw people over on. This easy ass shit, okay? Just because a customer doesn't know how to do it doesn't mean you can screw them over and overcharge them for it, okay? And that's just the tip of the iceberg, okay? Not to even mention the fact that, you know, we used to do these PC tune-ups, and most of the time these PC tune-ups would cost like fucking $30 or $40 or something ridiculous. And all we would do is run a virus scan, do a defrag, and clean the dust out. And that's it. Okay? It was pathetic. And that isn't even taking the virus off the computer. So let's say the virus scan finds a virus. You have to pay extra to get that virus off. Okay? So basically we run these scans, tell you how fucked up your computer is, and make you worry about it like crazy to the point where you want to shovel out $300 to $400 to fucking fix your computer. Okay? It's robbery. Any way you put it, it's robbery. These prices are obscene, okay? Most of the time, Staples would hold these PC tune-up events where the PC tune-ups would be free, and that might sound like a good deal, but it's actually not, because basically we're just herding these people in like sheep so we can tell them how fucked up their computers are, so we can worry them like crazy that they're going to crash on them so we can get their money. And that's it. I basically started working there at the beginning of last year and got treated like crap pretty much from day one. I was an Easy Tech associate, which pretty much means you're a computer salesman that walks up and down the aisles all day and sells computers. And I don't think I've ever been on a worse pay scale than what Staples has set up for their employees. Basically, you get paid shit, okay? You get paid shit, and you get false promises made to you constantly. And what I mean by that is this. When you start working at Staples, you get paid about $7.50, okay? That's low, all right? I don't care if you're working at McDonald's, that's low, okay? Most McDonald's employees make more than $7.50 an hour, okay? But that's fine, okay? $7.50, whatever. But that's not enough, okay? They promise you commissions for your sales and all your computer sales and all your tech sales, and they promise you every single week since I started working there that if you sell and if you're good at what you do, you get rewarded for it. And I enjoy jobs that reward you for doing actual work, okay? But here's the problem. It doesn't matter how much you sell, okay, because you are not going to make any money at this place. You're going to get your base pay, that's guaranteed, but any kind of commissions you get is bullshit, okay? You can sell your ass off, but if your other team members don't sell as good as you do, it doesn't matter, because the commission is based on everybody's performance, okay? And the chances of everybody being good at the exact same time on the exact same week is very slim, okay? And even if you do good, okay, let's say everybody sells computers, any kind of electronics. If you sell a whole bunch, let's say everybody does good in a given week. The most you're ever going to make in commission is like an extra 40 to 50 bucks, tops. Okay, that's if you're lucky. Let's say you do pretty good. I once, actually, I'm not kidding, I once got a commission check for 6 cents. Okay, 6 cents. And I did good that week, okay? But nobody else did, so you get 6 cents. Why they would write out a check for 6 cents is beyond comprehension, okay? It makes no sense whatsoever. So, it's not enough that you hardly ever get any hours, okay? And they hardly ever give you any hours. And the hours that you work are basically spent being berated by managers about your sales performance. Constantly. You constantly have meetings all the time talking about your sales performance, talking about, oh, you need to sell this, you need to sell more of this, you need to sell more of this, promising these checks and all these empty promises that you never receive. So basically, you're a commissioned salesperson that makes no commission whatsoever. Okay, so you make about $7.50 hourly, and that's about it. Okay, you go to work, most of the time you're scheduled for maybe 4 hours tops. Okay. But that's just the tip of the iceberg at this fucking place, okay? Basically, when I worked at Staples, we had this one manager that everybody fucking hated, okay? This guy was a piece of shit, all right? He was a fat slob that walked around treating people like dog shit, okay? Thinking he could get away with it. But here's the problem. He did get away with it. And still is getting away with it, okay? I started working there, and this guy started harassing me from day one, okay? This dude gets up in your face. This dude yells at you. This guy berates you. Just everything you can possibly think of, okay? Sexually harassing female workers, all this shit, okay? And this was all evident to the managers that worked there, and they didn't do anything about it, ever. I went to several different managers complaining about this guy. Several different employees stepped up and confirmed everything I was saying. Nothing was ever done. Ever. Okay? I was told that stuff was being done. I was told they were looking into it. I was told this, that, and the other thing. Nothing was ever done. So, basically, you get treated like shit at this place. And you want to better yourself and move up. They're not going to let you. You want to call and complain about somebody. They don't help you. You want to try to work there for a while, and you think, hey, well, you know, 750, 760 is not, you know, that bad. You know, you're going to get raises and stuff. No, you don't get raises. Ever. You don't get any kind of raises at this place, and any kind of raises you do get are so minute that it doesn't even matter. I know people that's worked at Staples for years and are still making sub $8 an hour. which is bullshit. Okay, it doesn't matter. You can work at any kind of place that sells technology, H&H Gregg, any kind of place like that. It doesn't matter. You're gonna make more than $7.60 an hour. You know what I mean? Like that's just ridiculous. And it's not even worth the drive. I mean, God forbid that you live a pretty good distance away. It's not even worth the drive because, you know, half the time you're scheduled for 3 hours at a time or some bullshit. So it doesn't really even matter. What's up, bitches? This is Silent Rob, and I'm going to talk about something that really fucking pisses me off today. I'm going to be talking about fucking telemarketers, and you all know who I'm fucking talking about. These goddamn vultures, these fucking roaches. I swear to God, when the world ends and there's no humans left on this fucking planet, there will be nothing on this earth but roaches and telemarketers. The telemarketers will be sitting there in their fucking little chairs with their little fucking headsets calling random numbers of people that don't even exist anymore, okay? Because it doesn't fucking matter how many goddamn times you tell these pieces of shit that you don't want their fucking car insurance quotes or their fucking catering or their fucking shower heads or their fucking turkey dinner door-to-door fucking dog shit that you don't, it doesn't matter. You could tell them a million fucking times. You could tell them no and hang up and they'll call right back asking you the same fucking question. And their little fucking cheery fucking smile through their fucking shit-eating grin teeth. Oh, I just dialed this random number, and I was just calling to, I have this survey I wanted you to take, and sorry for, interrupting your grandpa's funeral. I didn't mean to, but I was just wondering if you could take this survey. We're just fucking calling everybody in the entire world for no fucking reason whatsoever, okay? What the fuck is up with this goddamn nonsense, okay? Nobody wants your fucking shit. I mean, can somebody answer a question for me? Has there ever been anybody in the entire fucking world ever purchase anything from a telemarketer? If you've ever fucking give your credit card number out to a random person on the goddamn telephone that called you, you didn't call them, they called you. If you fucking gave your fucking credit card number out to a random person that you don't even know, you should be fucking shot. Okay? Just go ahead and give me your money, okay? I'll go ahead and spend your money for you, okay? Because you're a fucking idiot and you obviously can't handle it, okay? I mean, it's unfucking believable that anybody would fucking, oh yeah, here's my credit card number. Oh yeah, I'd fucking love for you to come over and fucking rape me in the ass. Here you go. Here's my credit card number. No problem. I don't even know you, but here you go. Here's my social security number. Here's my address, and come on over. I don't fucking care, okay? What the fuck is this shit? Alright, I mean, telemarketing, hasn't this shit died out yet? I mean, didn't this shit die out in like the 70s? I mean, you would think that caller ID would like put an end to this nonsense. But no! These motherfuckers will call you in private and restricted numbers, and they'll fucking make up numbers. They'll fucking pose as your fucking great aunt and shit and call you and be like, hey, I was just calling you today to find out if, and the fucking, oh, I want to sell you something that you don't need, okay? This is fucking nonsense, okay? I had somebody fucking call me today, and this is no joke. This motherfucker called me, he's like, oh, this is your final notice. You need to renew the warranty on your car. Press 1 now to be directed to your friendly associate. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to humor this motherfucker. So I pressed 1, and I waited for this prick to answer the fucking phone. And I'm like, what's up, prick? And he's like, hey, oh, I'm glad you responded. You need to redo the warranty on your car. And I'm like, oh, okay. What car do I drive, motherfucker? He's like, well, we actually ask the questions. We ask the info, and I was going to ask you your car. No, I'm like, motherfucker, shut your goddamn mouth right now before I kill you. Okay? You fucking called me. I was taking a fucking dump, and you fucking called me and interrupted my dump mid-dump so I could come out and fucking answer this fucking bullshit, okay? I fucking go out and answer the phone and hear this shit, okay? You don't fucking know my fucking car, okay? Because if you knew my car, okay, you would know that my fucking car does not have a warranty, okay? You're calling up random fucking people. Random people, some of which probably don't even have a car, okay, with your nonsense, with your lies, okay? I don't understand how telemarketers get away with lying to people. This is a nationwide thing, and they get away with it. Alright, I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of telemarketers, and I'm sick of fucking spam. I don't care how many goddamn spam blockers you put on your fucking email. you will still get spam. They will still find fucking ways to fucking send you junk that you're never going to click on, that you're never going to read, that you're never going to care about, okay? This goes back to the question I asked before. Has anybody ever fucking got a spam email message and then purchased the product that was on that fucking message, okay? Oh, make my penis 10 feet long? Oh, I gotta buy that. Oh, here's my credit card number, because I'm a fucking idiot, okay? God damn it. None of this shit works, okay? That's why they're sending you ads for these products in your fucking email without you knowing it, okay? Because they can't sell the shit otherwise. It doesn't work. It's junk, okay? It's fucking garbage. I'm sick of this goddamn shit, man. The internet is just infested with these fucking vultures and these fucking people that just want to take your goddamn money. Okay, you can't go on a fucking website without having a fucking pop-up, or some fucking Trojan, or some fucking malicious fucking intended fucking bullshit that's just out to destroy your fucking computer. It's fucking garbage, alright? Nobody's clicking on your pop-ups, and if they're clicking on your pop-ups, they're doing it by mistake, okay? The only reason people get away with this shit and that they make a profit is because they can do it to millions of computers, and if 3 fucking dumbass people buy the shit, it's considered a success because it doesn't fucking cost any money to do this shit. It is 2009, okay? I have been dealing with this shit since the 90s. Everybody has been dealing with this shit and putting up with it. And nobody's found a fucking cure to get rid of all these lowlifes, these pieces of fucking shit, okay? God damn it, man. Get a real fucking job, okay? Get a real fucking job. Quit harassing people. I mean, because honestly, I would rather work at McDonald's than be a fucking telemarketer. Okay, to sit at a fucking cubicle all day, calling up random fucking numbers, bugging random people during their lives for your stupid fucking product or bullshit that nobody wants is a terrible job, okay? I mean, people want to talk about prostitutes and prostitution's illegal and, people can't sell themselves for money and shit. But how the fuck is telemarketing legal, okay? That's what telemarketers are. They're whores, okay? They whore themselves out to random numbers, okay? It's fucking bullshit. I don't care if you fucking suck dick for money. Congratulations. Go out in the alleyway and suck some dick. I don't fucking care because it doesn't affect me, okay? It's not fucking affecting my daily life. You're not calling my jobs. You're not calling my cell phone. You're not bugging me. Okay, getting me involved. What the hell are prostitutes hurting? Okay, if you don't want to fucking get your dick sucked, you tell them no. Okay, but with telemarketers, you can tell them no a million fucking times. They're still gonna fucking call you. Okay, so to me, that's way fucking worse than anything a prostitute could do. Okay, so the whole fucking legality of telemarketers is fucked up. Okay, so here's a little heads up for any telemarketers planning to call me. I'm not gonna buy your shit. And I'm probably going to insult you, okay? So keep calling me. Come on, motherfuckers, bring it on, okay? I dare you. I dare you, okay? And I'm in a good mood right now, believe it or not, okay? Catch me on a bad mood and see what kind of fucking reaction you get, okay? You fucks. Now let's switch gears a little bit and talk about horror remakes for a minute. Now, those of you that know me know that I love horror movies. It's probably my favorite genre of movies. But if there's one thing I'm starting to really hate, it's these fucking horror movie remakes, okay? Has Hollywood completely run out of fucking ideas? I mean, is the well completely dry? Okay, are we fucking completely fucking out of any original IPs or ideas or scenarios or characters at all that we have to go back and remake some of the most beloved movies of all time and make them into total fucking bullshit garbage? The reason why I say this is that, has anybody seen the new fucking Nightmare on Elm Street movie? Has anybody fucking seen how completely off the fucking mark this movie is? I really think that Hollywood just doesn't get it. They just don't care. And when you watch a movie like this, you really realize that they just don't care. They just don't get it. And, I don't really dislike all horror remakes. There are some good horror remakes out there. For instance, The Fly. The remake of The Fly is a better movie than the original. The remake of The Thing is a better movie than the original. The remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the first one, wasn't bad. It was okay. Okay? The remake of Night of the Living Dead was garbage. The remake of Hills Have Eyes was garbage. Okay? All these things. Why is it so hard to just come up with an original idea that you have to fucking desecrate these awesome movies? It really just started for me with Rob Zombie's Halloween. I love Rob Zombie. I've been with Rob Zombie since the beginning. Hellbilly Deluxe is one of my favorite albums. White Zombie is one of my favorite bands. But Rob Zombie is pretty much case in point of Hollywood not getting it and totally missing the point. Rob Zombie completely missed the mark with his Halloween remakes, both of them, okay? The first one had its good points, but it was garbage, okay? He totally did not understand what made Halloween tick. He totally did not fucking get it, okay? And he was given not one, but 2 chances. Most directors do not have that opportunity, but he was given 2 chances, and Halloween 2 was terrible. Halloween 2 missed the mark even more, okay? Rob Zombie just doesn't understand that what made Halloween tick wasn't violence, wasn't cussing, wasn't crazy rednecks, wasn't all this stuff that horror movies have turned into. What made Halloween tick was because it was a type of horror movie that wasn't like the rest, okay? It changed everything. Halloween did not have like 1 drop of blood in the entire thing. Halloween was barely on the verge of even being called a horror movie, okay? It was more of a psychological movie. It messed with your brain. It really just messed with your emotions. It wasn't what Rob Zombie fucking made it into. And this goes out to all these fucking studios, all these fucking companies that are getting ready to make all these horror movie remakes. Get your fucking shit together, okay? If you're going to make a remake, you need to either expand on what the original brought to the table or completely change it and make it your own. For instance, with Nightmare on Elm Street, all they did was copy everything from the first one, but worse. What's the point in that? Why did you even bother? Welcome to another Silent Rob rant. And the first thing I want to talk about is where every single movie that's coming out lately seems to be heading. And that's 3D. Did anybody actually ask for this fucking bullshit? Does anybody really care if their movies are in 3D? Does it really make the movies better if they are in 3 dimensions than if they're in 2 dimensions? I don't know about you guys, but I had no problem watching movies in 2D. All the movies I've ever liked, every movie I've ever grown up with, has been in 2D. And never have I been watching a movie like Saving Private Ryan or Lord of the Rings and been sitting there thinking, wow, this movie's good, but it'd be a lot better if it was in 3D. Bullshit, okay? The whole idea of 3D is a good idea, okay? People, even back in the 50s, thought 3D was a good idea. But here's the problem. We've never been able to perfect it to make it anything more than a gimmick. And at this point in time, that's what it is. It's a fucking gimmick. It's a way to get even more money out of your pockets when you go to the movie theater. We're talking upwards of $15 per ticket just to see one fucking movie. And certain movies get it right. Movies like Avatar and stuff are good in 3D. But that's the exception and not the rule, okay? Movies like Clash of the Titans in 3D are abysmal. They're failures, okay? They're movies that weren't made to be in 3D in the first place and are presented in 3D. A slapdash 3D technique that's presented on the movies after they're already made to make them into the fucking bullshit 3D that they are today. And it seems to be popular. Everybody seems to be liking 3D, and every movie is being made that way. Here's the question I present to you. Does anybody else not like 3D movies at all? Not for the fact that, you know, they don't really look very good, but to me, they give me a fucking headache. They make my fucking eyes hurt, they give unnecessary strain to your eyes, and they make your head hurt, because basically, you're having to wear these glasses, and you're having to contort your eyes and trick your brain into seeing a 3D image for upwards of 2.5 hours. Movies like Avatar are just totally unenjoyable to some people, including me, because of the way 3D is presented. If they're going to have this technology, they need to do it in a way that isn't eye-straining, and that's a little bit cheaper than what it actually is. I'm not fucking paying these prices anymore. Okay, I'm seeing every new movie that comes out in 2D, the way it needs to be. The way it's always been. Back in the 50s, this 3D shit took off, and there's a reason why it died out. Because it's fucking stupid, okay? These movies aren't really 3D. You ain't tricking anybody. Half the effects look like dog shit, okay? Unless the movies have actual budgets at an Avatar level, don't even bother, because it doesn't look good. I see all these new movies coming out like, Piranha, and, even movies that don't even really need to be 3D, like How to Train Your Dragon, where it is a good animated movie, but does it need to be 3D? Fuck no, it doesn't need to be 3D. Would it be just as good in 2D? Fuck yes, it'd be just as good in 2D. My brother just bought Avatar on Blu-ray, and it was amazing, okay? It was even better than in the theater, because it didn't hurt your eyes. You weren't looking for things jumping out of the screen. It was just the way a movie was meant to be presented. In beautiful 1080p on my fucking TV, it looked great. There's just no reason for it. Until the technology comes up to the ambition, let's do away with this fucking 3D bullshit. Now let's talk about movie sequels for a minute. I already talked about horror movie remakes, and to be honest, I don't hate sequels as much as remakes, but at the same time, I think sequels are ruining Hollywood. They're ruining the film industry at the same time they're actually saving it. And what do I mean by that is this. Whenever a movie is released, like a big blockbuster movie, they're always looking at ways to make a sequel. And if your movie is made where there cannot be a sequel, most of the time it's not going to be as heavily promoted as a movie that has grounds for a franchise. The trouble is, most of the time, sequels to good movies suck ass. There really aren't very many good sequels, and there's even less sequels that are actually better than the original. As a matter of fact, the only sequels that I can think of that are actually better than the original are Dawn of the Dead, Aliens, Terminator 2, Godfather 2, Evil Dead 2, Star Trek 2, Empire Strikes Back, The Dark Knight, and The Road Warrior. Those are the only ones I can actually think of off the top of my head. Granted, there might be more, and granted, that list is my opinion. The first Alien movie was a great movie. The first Terminator movie was a great movie. Night of the Living Dead was a great movie. These all might be your favorite movies. But in a lot of people's eyes, those movies are better than the originals. But, at the same time, those movies are the exception and not the rule. Most of the time, sequels suck ass. Movies such as Alien 3, for example. Movies such as Godfather 3, for example. Most of the time, sequels can actually ruin a movie. It can actually make the original movie bad. Movies such as Hostel 2, like, I loved the first Hostel movie by Eli Roth, but in my eyes, Hostel 2 actually ruined Hostel 1 for me. The way Hostel 2 actually began ruined everything about the ending in the first one, thus ruining the first movie for me. And there are other examples of this. There are even sequels that almost ruin an entire franchise. Movies such as Superman 3 and 4, the Joel Schumacher Batman movies, Jurassic Park 3, Jaws 2. All these movies almost completely ruined the entire franchises. I mean, it took Superman more than 10 years to recover from Superman 4. The Batman movies almost completely died out after fucking Batman and Robin. I mean, honestly, I would say that sequels actually hurt movies more than they actually help them. There are even movies that don't need sequels, but sequels are made for them anyways, just to cash in on the original's name. Movies such as Starship Troopers, one of my personal favorite movies, had a direct-to-video bullshit fucking sequel made for it that was god-awful and had nothing to do with the original Starship Troopers. Movies such as RoboCop and The Matrix. Did The Matrix really need a sequel? I mean, if you watch The Matrix from beginning to end, it really doesn't need a sequel. It pretty much ties everything up, and you can pretty much use your imagination on what's going to happen next. And it's not like the sequels even, made the first one better. It didn't, okay? Same thing goes with RoboCop. RoboCop did not need a sequel. Granted, RoboCop 2 wasn't that bad, but if there wasn't RoboCop 2, then we wouldn't have gotten the piece of shit that was RoboCop 3. So, somebody has to be responsible for this shit. And it has to stop somewhere, okay? We can't just be making these sequels forever. This shit is getting out of hand.